Good evening to my students and also the parents of the 10th standard students and also all my well-wishers. I welcome all students to this very important webinar, that is how to ace your 10th standard board exam. I think this year particularly facing 10th standard board exam, particularly state board exam, has become a very important aspect not only for the education department, but it is more so for parents and students. But I am very particular that our students have to really fare well in the exam and really try to come out of all the commotions what has been created for our students due to this COVID-19. I think that is how this webinar has been arranged. I've been in this field for last 50 years. I'm Dr. Geetha Ramanujam. I think I'm very much for my students, and I have passion for students to be promoted. Now let me tell you that I'm going to talk about this particular webinar in 5 aspects. Primarily, I want to tell you that this COVID crisis should not interfere with your 10th standard board exam. I want my children to be positive because already we have created enough commotion through our television and print media and also around our environment that COVID-19 is a big crisis for our children to take the exam. But no, nothing. My dear children, you should never worry about that. The physical strength is something, but mental strength is everything, my dear students. You might have studied very well. In fact, for last 3.5 months, you have been preparing for the exam. For last 15 years, you are waiting for this 10th standard exam. But now the time has come for you to show your performance, show your potential. Now you should not lose hope at any point of time. For any reason, you should not do that, because the crisis is there, but finding an opportunity in this crisis and coming out in flying colors is real challenge for our students. But what I want to tell you first is, now get out of that particular COVID crisis, then how it is going to be when I go to the examination hall, or when I have to reach the examination hall, whether I'll be infected or whether I'll be affected. All those things, even parents should not really try to put all these ideas into their children's mind, because you leave them free. Children have to be left free now, because already only 24, not even 24 hours we have for the exam. Anyway, exam is fixed, government is going to conduct, and I think we are very happy that our 10th standard children will be completing their board exam. But now when you go to the examination hall, only one parent can go with the child and leave them at the gate and not crowd there, not mingle with anybody, and don't shake hands with anybody, and don't try to embrace anybody, and don't try to talk anything, because your duty is only now you go, you attend the exam and you come back. That's all. You should keep it in your mind. And that particular aspect, you have to go and attend the exam, should not create the particular panic in your mind. I'll tell you, any crisis can be overcome and you can drive them away if you are mentally strong. I think physical strength is only something, again I repeat. Then when you go there, please don't try to become very nervous. This is nothing. Wearing mask and then sanitizing and sitting in a single bench. By chance, anything also happens in the examination hall. But you should not become panicky. You should face it. Even in the examination hall, even at the examination center, I think they have made all arrangements. You are not going to be left alone for any problem or for any crisis. Everything will be taken care of. So first I want you to make you very comfortable to be in the examination hall. Next thing is how to really do well in the exam. So go with free mind, and don't go with tension. And parents first, you should never tell them that. You should, do's and don'ts have to be told in a positive manner, in a very practical manner, not in a fearful manner. Don't create fear psychosis in children, because that is a thing. Even if they have studied very well, even a rank student can may fail, because that psychological aspect, it matters a lot for the students to take the exam. I know very well, even if they have studied very well, by at the time of entering the examination hall, if anybody asks the question, hope you have studied this chapter or that chapter, by chance that memory doesn't permit them to remember, I think they get panicky. So please don't put them in particular commotion crisis. Keep them very free at home. Give them healthy food. Give them hot food. And please take them and leave them at the gate. And please come back. Then afterwards, parent can go and pick them up and come. This is first part. Then when you enter the examination hall, I think you will, all arrangements have been done in all the centers. Government also has taken complete care, and even the institutions also, they have taken care. In case you have developed some problem, please talk to the concerned teachers and solve it. See, education is given not only to write the examination paper in the examination hall for 3 hours, but if any untoward situation comes, you should face it and you should solve, you should resolve and come out of it. This is real education. Your 10th standard exam, passing in the exam and getting marks is one thing. You should ready to face the situation is the real education for you. This is what I want students to first get prepared mentally. Of course, physically, I think all these 3.5 months your parents have taken care of. Now, second thing is, when you sit in the examination hall, don't get tensed and become that, oh, something is going to happen. If somebody is having corona, forget about corona, because the corona should not get into your mind. Corona, let it be in the environment. Let it not get into your mind. That kills everybody, because I don't want you people to, having waited for such a long time, you should not miss your exam and your success. This is my concern, because I always feel that students have to be promoted in a practical and progressive manner, because always we keep creating all sorts of untoward things and then try to create fear in you or anxiety in you or dissatisfaction in you. All these things I don't want to create now. Now, I don't want to tell you that read like this, because it's over. The study aspect is over. Now it's only you have to recollect and you have to go to the examination hall, and whatever you have studied, you have to really write well in the exam. But now, coming to this particular examination hall, I told you, even if invigilator asks any question, even if they look at you for some reason, several times, that you don't get panicky, because even invigilators will have so many other problems, and so they will be examining every child either through their eyes or physically. They may come closer to you. All these things should never disturb you. Next, now 15 minutes, the bell rings, and I think you are going to take your water, you are going to take your hall ticket, and please check. And no problem, if there is any problem also, this time every examination center is going to cooperate with the students. Even if there is a problem, they are going to solve it for you. So don't worry. Except writing on the paper, all other things will be taken care of by the examination center, invigilators and everybody. Carry your water. That's one thing important.